Hey folks, before we get into this insane tale that still got me chuckling and shaking my head all these years later, hit that comment section and tell me where you're watching from. Could be a sunny backyard in Florida like mine, a cozy den in Ohio, or some far-off spot across the pond. I just love knowing these stories of backyard battles and sweet comeuppance reach all corners. So picture this. I just topped off my brand new backyard oasis. This sparkling blue pool I'd scraped together from years of grinding double shifts at the construction yard, dreaming of those quiet dips at sunrise or lazy floats under the stars. My little slice of peace after turning a rundown fixer-upper in this sleepy Tampa suburb into home sweet home. When suddenly, the flip-flop symphony starts up the street. Chatter, laughter, chairs scraping. And there she is, Linda, our self-crowned HOA enforcer from 2 doors down, striding like a parade marshal with a swarm of 40-odd neighbors in tow, all decked in trunks and bikinis, coolers sloshing, kids clutching floaties, her grin wide as the Gulf, hollering, "Pool party's on, everyone!" like she'd built the damn thing herself. My heart skipped a beat, rage bubbling up mixed with this absurd amusement, as I bolted to the gate, yanking the heavy chain tight and clicking that padlock shut with a clang that echoed like a gunshot, watching her freeze mid-step, eyes bulging, that queenly smile cracking as her guests shuffled awkwardly behind her, whispering, "Wait, is this even her place?" And yeah, that was the spark, the line in the sand, because Linda wasn't just nosy, she was the type who'd steamroll anyone to feel in charge. Her grudge rooted deep in that time I'd pushed back on her community beautification fines for my overgrown hedges, seeing my pool as her chance to flex that HO power she'd twisted into her personal throne, jealous maybe of anyone carving out their own happiness without her stamp of approval. She marches up, yanks the gate. Nothing. Face flushing crimson. "What the hell, Tom? Open up. This is for the whole block. HOA cleared it." Her voice sharp as nails, but I lean casual against the fence, arms crossed, feeling that inner fire steady me. "Linda, this is my yard, my sweat equity. Ain't no community splash pad, and you know it." And oh, the murmurs ripple through her crowd, a mom with toddlers shifting uneasy. She said it was open to all. A dad muttering, "This feels off, I ain't trespassing," while Linda spins, waving arms dramatic. "He's hoarding it, folks. Selfish, against our neighborhood spirit." But her desperation shows, voice cracking, that deep-seated need to control everything from trash days to tree trims fueling her, born from her own lonely grip on the block after her hubby skipped town years back, leaving her to rule the roost alone. The standoff drags, her rattling the gate like a caged animal. Me holding firm, phone out recording now. Evidence, you know. As folks peel away one by one, kids whining, "But I want to swim," adults grumbling, "Wasted my afternoon," until she's left with a handful of her gossip cronies, glaring daggers, hissing, "This ain't over, you'll regret locking us out." And as she storms off, tail between her legs, I exhale slow, sinking into a deck chair by the water, ripples catching the sun, thinking, damn, what started as my escape just turned into a turf war. But hell if I'd let her steamroll me, that quiet resolve hardening inside like concrete setting. From there it snowballed, Linda not one to lick wounds quiet. She corners me next morning while I'm hosing the deck, chin high. "You're dividing us, Tom. That pool's visible from the road, practically public. Joey says share or face fines." Her words laced with that manipulative sweet venom, twisting rules she'd bent before to nitpick mailboxes or holiday lights. Her motive clear now, that power hunger masking her isolation, jealous of my independence while she clung to her authority like a lifeline. I sip my coffee, steady. "Ain't hoa land, Linda. My deed, my rules." But she smirks. "We'll see." And sure enough, flyers hit mailboxes that afternoon, her bold print screaming, "Selfish neighbor hoards pool. Join the discussion." With a sneaky pic she'd snapped over the fence, rallying her echo chamber of busybodies like old Mr. Jenkins next door, who'd nod along to avoid her wrath, and Sarah from down the block, her reluctant sidekick, nursing her own grudge after Linda's meddling cost her a garage sale permit. The meeting packs the cul-de-sac green, Linda front and center like a podium preacher, clipboard in hand. Tom's creating rifts. Pools like this should unite us, not lock us out. Gesturing wild at my fence, her eyes flashing that mix of fury and triumph. But I stand back quiet at first, letting her unravel, feeling the crowd's unease build, Jenkins' shifting feet. But is it really ours? Sarah whispering doubts, until I step up, deed in hand, voice even. Here's the proof, folks. Private property, built with my overtime, not a dime from dues. And applause scatters, soft at first, then bolder, Linda's face twisting. You're all blind. This is theft from the community. But her allies waver, the air thick with her crumbling facade, that inner vulnerability peeking through her bluster, the woman who'd lost control in her own life now losing it here. She doubles down, bombarding the HOA with complaints, noise, hazards, you name it, dragging President Bill into it, a tired retiree who dealt with her before, sighing over coffee at my place later. She's relentless, Tom, twisting bylaws like pretzels. His motive neutral, but weary of her manipulations that had split the block before over petty stuff like fence heights. Police show up twice on her calls, claiming blocked access. Officers eyeing her stern after scanning my papers. Ma'am, this is his back off or face harassment charges. Her sputtering, but the spirit of sharing met with chuckles from gathering neighbors, phones out capturing her red-faced retreat, that public shaming fueling her deeper, turning jealousy to obsession. Nights get tense, my cameras catching her skulking, tugging gates, even scaling once, slipping comically into bushes, me taping footage to her door with a note, "Caught ya, stay out." Her panic palpable next day, eyes darting, but instead of quitting, she files a bogus lawsuit claiming easement rights. Courtroom drama unfolding with her blustering to the judge. It's un-American hoarding. Judge dismissing flat. Frivolous, costs on you. Her jaw dropping, that crushing defeat stripping her last veneer. Yet she lashes wilder, dumping trash over the fence one midnight, glass shattering in my water, forcing a clean-out sheriff's final visit with my video evidence. One more stunt, cuffs. Her denial cracking into silent fury. But here's where it flips. I throw a low-key barbecue, inviting the folks who'd seen through her, like Bill and Sarah turning coat, kids splashing free, laughter drowning her porch glare, me toasting quiet, to boundaries, feeling that profound shift inside, from besieged to empowered, realizing this wasn't just about water but standing against bullies who feed on control. Her motives laid bare as lonely tyranny, the block healing as her influence fades to memes and eye rolls. We hit that peak when she charges the gate solo one last blazing afternoon, rattling furious, "Open up, tyrant!" Climbing desperate, tumbling hard, crowd gasping, sheriff rolling up slow, final warning booming as she scrambles up, wild-eyed, breaking at last under zero sympathy, storming home defeated, blinds slamming, the street exhaling like after a hurricane, me by the pool at dusk, water mirroring twilight, that cinematic calm washing over, burgers sizzling, neighbors clapping backs, a reclaimed haven glowing under string lights, the war won not with shouts, but steady resolve. Yet it leaves you wondering, was her downfall too harsh, even for all that chaos, or does pushing back hard teach the real lesson in a world full of Lindas? Spill in the comments, what would have you done locked in that feud? Is justice sweeter public or private? Share your own neighbor nightmares or HOA horrors. Let's debate. Hit like if this hit home. Subscribe for more real talk tales of standing your ground.